Hello, good morning. This is Anna Isaac. Come to you live from outside the Raj Bhavan, where of course BJP's state president B.S. Yeddyurappa has been sworn in as the chief minister of Karnataka. The Congress and the JDS, of course, they've protested this swearing-in ceremony. Rahul Gandhi, Congress president, has called this a mockery of the constitution. There have been a number of developments that have taken place in the last 12 hours, beginning of course with the Congress and the JDS moving the Supreme Court. In midnight developments, the Supreme Court refused to stay the swearing-in ceremony of Yeddyurappa. They have however said that Yeddyurappa has to show the letter of support that he gave to Governor Vajubhai Vala on May 15th and May 16th. Now remember, the BJP has 104 MLAs. The magic number in Karnataka is 113. So the question that the Congress and the JDS is asking is, how will they form a government without having the numbers? I'm joined by my colleague Shomo Chatterjee, who has been tracking all the developments with regard to the BJP. Now Shomo, how exactly is the BJP going to prove the numbers on the floor of the House? Remember, the governor has given Yeddyurappa 15 days time to prove his majority on the floor of the House. It was only Yeddyurappa who in fact was sworn in by Governor Vajubhai Vala today. Nobody else in his cabinet have been sworn in. So Shoma, just tell us, how exactly is the BJP going to prove the numbers?
Well, as of the moment, we do not know how, but they have sought time, and the governor has given them 15 days time. But as we know, things are in the Supreme Court, and we do not know what is going to be the next step for them. As we speak, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has said that that the Congress will go to the people and say that, that what the BJP is doing, and they will tell the people how they are subverting the constitution. Well, as of now, BJP has maintained that they are not poaching any MLAs or not engaging any sort of horse trading. They are saying that the disgruntled MLAs of both the Congress and the JDS will join them, as they are not happy with the post-poll alliance. With regards to the governor calling them, they have said that it's the governor's discretion to call them, as the BJP is the single largest party. Back to you, Anna.
Well, coming back to the numbers, the BJP has 104 MLAs. The JDS and the Congress together in their post-poll alliance have 116. The magic number is 113. So what does the BJP have to do on the floor of the House when, of course, they have to prove majority? What the BJP will essentially be doing is they will try to lower the strength of the House to 206. Right now, 222 constituencies, of course, went to the polls. Remember, Kumaraswamy had won 2 seats, one in Channapatna and Ramnagara. So he has only 1 vote. So the number then goes down to 221. What the BJP, their game plan is to essentially ensure that the MLAs that they poach from the JDS and the Congress either abstain from voting or resign from their MLA positions. This will thereby reduce the strength of the House. They will have to try and reduce the strength of the House by at least 15 MLAs, given the fact that the BJP has 104 MLAs. So this is essentially a numbers game. Of course, the BJP claiming that they have not triggered Operation Lotus, that they will of course have the numbers when they do go to the floor of the House, whenever that happens in the course of the next few days. But Kumaraswamy, JDS chief, yesterday he had spoken to the press. He claims that a number of his MLAs are being poached by the BJP. He is alleged that the BJP is attempting to offer them rupees 100 crore and ministerial berths. So that is what, of course, Kumaraswamy is saying. The Congress also saying that a number of their MLAs have been approached. So essentially, the Congress and the JDS are essentially now trying to keep their flock together. Now, where have the JDS and the Congress hold up their MLAs for now, Shomo?
Well, in the morning till late last night, the Congress MLAs were in the Eagleton Resort in Bidadi, where the Gujarat MLAs were parked for some time ahead of the Gujarat Rajya Sabha polls. Right now, we are being told that they are coming to the Vidhan Sauda to protest against the swearing-in of B.S. Yeddyurappa as the Chief Minister. The JDS MLAs are still in Shangri-La Hotel in the city center. We have not heard if they are also joining in the protest as of now. Back to you, Anna.
So the JDS and the Congress essentially trying to keep their flock together. Kumaraswamy is saying, listen, we'll do whatever it takes to protect our MLAs, given that they're being offered, crores of rupees, and they're being offered cabinet berths. The Congress now, of course, they've moved their MLAs, 78 MLAs from Eagleton Resorts, where they were, of course, holed up. Eagleton Resorts is in the outskirts of Bengaluru in Bidadi. They're now moving to Vidhan Sauda to protest. That's what the update that we're getting. I'm just going to quickly show you the visuals from here. It's essentially a festival for the BJP. There are cadres here. I don't move too much, Sri Devi, we may lose signal. So yes, you can hear the drums and of course cadres celebrating this moment for them. Yeddyurappa, remember, has been, he's the first Chief Minister for BJP in Karnataka. He's been Chief Minister 3 times around now. The first time was in 2007 when, of course, he had an alliance with the JDS, but his tenure lasted only 7 days when Kumaraswamy decided to pull out. Thereafter, following the 2008 Assembly elections, Yeddyurappa was once again sworn in as Chief Minister. We, of course, saw resort politics back then when, of course, the BJP had triggered Operation Lotus, so to speak, to get a number of MLAs, Congress and JDS MLAs to their side. He was then sworn in as Chief Minister, but he had to step down, of course, following the illegal mining scam. Now, this is the 3rd time around that, of course, Yeddyurappa has been sworn in. How long will this government last? Tomorrow, remember, is a crucial day in the Supreme Court. Yeddyurappa will have to show this letter of support that he had given to Governor Vajubhai Vala on May 15th and May 16th. Now coming back, Shomo, Governor Vajubhai Vala, of course, Governor Vajubhai Vala had met with both the JDS and with the Congress 2 days. May 15th, the Congress and the JDS approached the governor saying, we have a post-poll alliance. What is the Congress claiming? What is the JDS saying? Why do they say that, listen, we are entitled, we are legally allowed to stake claim to the government?
Right, Anna, if we add up the numbers of the Congress and the JDS MLAs, including the 2 independents which have sided with the Congress, they have 118, which is easily, well above the majority mark, the magic number mark of 113 in the 224 Assembly. But what the governor has not done is that the governor has invited the BJP, in fact, B.S. Yeddyurappa, to be sworn in as the Chief Minister and have given him 15 days time to prove his majority. Well, as things stands, the Congress and the JDS are vehemently opposing this move. They have gone to the court late last night, and the Supreme Court had heard the matter over 2 hours. And what they have said that although they have not stayed the proceedings of the swearing in, but they have said the final matter lies with them, and Mr. Yeddyurappa has been told to furnish the letter which he has got from the governor in some time later today. So back to Jan.
Well, so yes, it's not all over here in Karnataka. It's only Yeddyurappa who's been sworn in. His cabinet has not been sworn in yet. He will, of course, have to prove a majority at the floor of the House. He's been given 15 days time. Now, what the Congress and the JDS are essentially saying is that, listen, look at history in Goa and in Manipur. The Congress was the single largest party in those elections. However, the BJP went on to form the government. So they're saying, look at the past, look at the past precedents, and that is why they're citing Goa and Manipur as the examples and to form an alliance. But the BJP, of course, BJP's Muralidhar Rao yesterday told the media, listen, we are the single largest party. We have 104 MLAs, and therefore we have legally speaking, we have the right to form the government, and that is why, of course, Governor Vajubhai Vala has invited the BJP to form the government. Now coming back to those 2 independents, there are 2 independent candidates who, of course, where do their loyalties lie, Shomo? Because yesterday we saw R. Shankar. We had first seen him in the morning with the BJP. By the afternoon, in fact, R. Shankar, we saw him in KPCC's office, and then in the evening back again in BJP. So what exactly is happening with these 2 independents?
Well, we do not know. In fact, when R. Shankar was with the Congress, at the same time, Yeddyurappa, addressing reporters at the BJP office, has said that he has went back. I mean, he has went away, but he will come back. At that moment, it sounded very funny, but we all saw what happened. So as of the moment, we do not know exactly where they will finally. How they will vote when the floor test is will be held. I think in fact we are being told that the Congress MLAs have arrived at the Raj Bhavan and they are likely to stage a protest. We are waiting for confirmation on that. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, this, as far as the independents are concerned, our Shankar, he's been, he's swinging like a pendulum. So at the moment, we don't know whether, of course, his loyalties lie with the BJP or whether his loyalties lie with the Congress and the JDS. Well, it'll be interesting to see how many, whether his signature is actually on that letter of support that the Kumaraswamy and the Congress had given to the governor yesterday. Yesterday, in fact, following his meeting with the governor, Kumaraswamy told the media that they have the support of 117 MLAs. 117 signatures is what they had, is what Kumaraswamy told the media yesterday. The BJP, of course, we don't know exactly how many signatures that they had given to the governor, and that is why the Supreme Court has asked Yeddyurappa to, in fact, to show the letters of support that they had given on May 15th and on May 16th. Now, as far as the latest developments are concerned, of course, Yeddyurappa has been sworn in. It was a short ceremony. Yeddyurappa, of course, he was dressed in his crisp white shirt. We don't know exactly who was present at that ceremony. And of course, a number of BJP supporters. But it looks like,
Union Minister Prakash Javadekar was this. Anant Kumar again was there, and that's we not know if there were other MLAs of the BJP present there. Another interesting point which we haven't talked about is in the Supreme Court late last night, what the BJP side told was that the anti-defection law does not apply here, and since they have not been sworn in as MLAs, if they switch loyalties, it's not a problem as of now. But of course, the Congress had countered it, and we do not know how things will pan out in the court.
Okay, so what we're getting to know, like Shomo told us earlier, is that the Congress MLAs who were holed up at Eagleton Resort, 78 of them, have moved to the Vidhan Sauda where they're staging a protest. Ghulam Nabi Azad is also there leading those protests. Remember, Ghulam Nabi Azad has been here, been in Bengaluru since May 15th, where of course when the counting was taking place, he's ensured that the JDS and the Congress have come together in a post-poll alliance. Now the BJP is saying that, listen, the Congress and the JDS did not have a pre-poll alliance, and therefore they have no stake to form the government. They've said that their ideologies are different. They've been during the campaign, they've been fighting on the campaign trail. Remember Rahul Gandhi hitting out at the JDS at that point, calling it the B team of the BJP. So the BJP is essentially saying, listen, as far as that is concerned, they've had no post-poll agreement, no pre-poll agreement, and therefore they do not have, legally speaking, constitutionally speaking, the Congress and the JDS have no stake to form the government. The Congress, of course, voicing their protest at the protest venue, which is at Vidhan Sauda. Ghulam Nabi Azad is present along with several Congress leaders and those MLAs there. We will, of course, track all those developments through the day. And remember, the News Minute has a number of stories. We have one on the profile of Yeddyurappa. Who is Yeddyurappa? He's been Chief Minister 3 times round. He's been before that he started off his career in the RSS and then moved to politics in 1983 when, of course, he won. He was the first time MLA from Shikaripura, and he's been an MLA from Shikaripura since then. We have a number of stories on the late night developments at the Supreme Court on Yeddyurappa, and of course all the developments as far as the Congress and the BJP are concerned. Once again, drums here, celebrations around outside the Raj Bhavan. A number of party cadres, of course, celebrating this as a victory for the BJP. But whether, of course, Yeddyurappa will remain the permanent Chief Minister, that, of course, remains to be seen. We will, of course, come to you with more updates as and when they take place. This is Anna Isaac and Shomo Chatterjee signing off for the News Minute.